Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everybody all around the world, and thank you for joining us today for another Left 4 Dead 2 competitive shoutcast. My name is MK, I'll be your caster and cameraman for today, and I am not running solo. Once again, I am lucky enough to cast once again with Elliot. How you doing, my friend?
I am very well and looking forward to this match. Thank you for having me.
Very, very welcome. Glad to see you back again, and I am also excited for this one as well, Elliot. Dead Before Dawn, Aquilax, Ascendant, rematch many times over the years in the tournament, and I'm looking forward to this one yet again.
Absolutely. This is always a clash of the titans between these two teams. There's a lot of history, a lot of friendship between these players, but I do know that they definitely both of these teams are definitely not going to be taking it easy. They might be friends, but no one wants to lose.
No, that is correct, and if I do remember correctly, I do believe they are 1-1 recently in their matches from RBT7 and King Invertus Cup. I do believe that Aquilex bested Ascendant last time, and then Ascendant bested them in King Invertus Cup, and so now it's 1-1, trying to break that tiebreaker to stay in the winner bracket of the Ying Chun Cup.
This is the final match in the best of three. Who do you have, MK? If you're a betting man, who do you think will take it here?
If I'm a betting man, well, if I would say if both of these teams were like fully in practice mode, practicing like 3 hours a day each day of the week, I would probably put my hand on Ascendant. And I actually think they're probably in favor a little bit right now, especially with the lineups that are here.
Interesting. I don't know a lot about a couple of the Ascendant players. Obviously, very familiar with Krycha, very familiar with Innuendo. Fish and Sick, I don't think I've seen play that much. I believe they are Russian players. So, super interested to see how they're going to perform today. Obviously, very familiar with the AQX lineup. And speaking of lineups, we should do a quick roster rundown, MK. As we are going live, we better do it quickly. Do you want to take Ascendant?
Yeah, we'll have Fish, Sick. Let's see, we also have Kryja and Innuendo. And why don't you take the big boys Aquilex away for us?
Aquilax, we have DDA, IPAT, Dina, and Caution. And we also have the first hit coming in as Fish is calling it. Hunter does land onto Krycha. Nice quad boom in the back, and the spit lands, and that's a pretty good first hit. That's like, oh, and a bit of spit damage in Innuendo as well. 25 spit damage coming out from Patel.
Yeah, and look at the damage it did to those two survivors there, Elliot. Two people already dipping down into 30 with a Royal Flush Boomer coming out there for the UK references. Little OG reference back in the day from early Left 4 Dead times. But opening attack, Elliot, 5%. And still probably one more hit before they get tanked, but I'm curious to see where do you think they'll take it. Push up front, which is kind of a standard lately to avoid the hittable, or just take it back to safe room?
You mean the survivors for the tank?
Yeah,
I think they'll probably take it back. There are hittables. There's the alarm car, there is a dumpster, so unless they can get all the way past the tunnel, which I don't think they'll be able to with this spawn, I think they are going to have to take it back.
Pistol.
As the hit is coming in, Charger doesn't quite land, but the Jockey lands, the Hunter lands, and the Smoker lands. That's a big 3-cap. And wow, that was actually nearly the quad with that charge, just missing.
Yeah, I didn't even realize they had the quad there, Elliot. I wasn't paying attention to it. That was really, really close, like you just said. Almost from going from, what was it, 800 bonus down to 0. That's how fast it can change. But first tank of the game for Aquilex into the hands of Dina. And Dina does not want the car alarm. He just wants this dumpster in play. And it looks like Ascendant is going to do exactly what you said and take this back towards the safe room.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is the only sort of reasonable place to take this spawn as survivors. If you can push forward, that's fantastic, but I think this tank spawn is a little too early. That's an 11 damage pounce coming out from DDA.
Ooh.
Boomer doesn't land, Charger gets a punch. But the survivors are quite chipped up. Now, we should mention, for the savvy viewer, you'll notice that all of the players are on red ping. So this is a neutral game on the LA server, I believe. Pings are ranging from about 170 to about 210 for all 8 players in the server. They are balanced across the teams, but this is going to be a higher ping game, which does generally tend to favor Infected.
He's still first pass. He's
rolling in.
running it in, but why don't you take Aquilax's tanks away for this match? I'll take Ascendant. Whoa!
As Fish nearly eats the dumpster right off the bat. Dina is working his hittables in, so he's got the dumpster on the left, car on the right, and oh my goodness. Jockey does land, and he's going to get the... It gets 2 incaps with the hittable immediately onto Fish and Sick, and he's just going to go straight for the kill here. Dina, one more onto Nick, should kill. Doesn't quite get it onto Coach. Doesn't get the kill. Dina gets Ellis. Does get Nick. Okay, and then dies. And that is a huge tank. I thought for a moment there he wasn't going to get the kills there. But he does manage to secure 2 kills and MK. 2 deaths. That's practically a wipe.
Yeah, that practically is. You are right. Absolutely, Elliot. The only thing that's in favor for survivors is that there's a 2-2 coming since the tank died. That's the only thing that's good for them. And let's see if they can survive that with a jockey and a charger. It will be hard to land these two together. No smoker, no hunter. Let's see if they can pull it off. Jockey comes in, charger rockets in. Oh, the charger finds a target. Elliot, almost they pull it off.
Almost. Righteous does get the M2 onto the jockey. But I do believe that Aquilax sacked for a quad, and I really can't see Kreitzer and Innuendo shutting down a quad on this ping, no less.
Yeah, I do agree with you, Elliot. It's really tough to get them up there. They're not pinging terribly high, but still around that 200 range, it's quite difficult to consistently skeet stuff. As they're pushing up to this alley choke point, they're going to send it in here, Elliot, right away.
Are they going to go in the tunnel? It looks like they are. Smoker lands. Smoker gets cleared. Charger. Oh, Charger does land. Hunter does land. Alright, and that is the wipe. 193 points for Ascendant on their survival round.
Yeah, and actually, they almost do clear that quad. They shut down 2 the SI there, Elliot, but unfortunately 4 against 2 is just not quite favorable spawns. When you also got common infected running everywhere, a little too much for Ascendant after map 1, and they're going to have to really perform on their infected side if they want to match Aquilax. Or they'll find themselves at a minimum, I would say here, Elliot. At minimum, if they survive tank, 400 to 193 delta.
Yeah, at least. Now, this tank certainly can be quite tricky, as we saw. There are a couple of hittables. There isn't a very good way, in my experience, there isn't a very good way or a very reliable way, let's say, for the survivors to avoid the hittables. The spawns right above them, if you hide under the refuel stop there, can make it tricky. So Aquilax are going to have to survive the tank, is what I'm getting to, and it's not guaranteed that they will. Those hittables are scary.
All right, no hesitation. They drop down right away, leaving one person up top. It's going to be iPat, I believe, that stays up top. He's watching the spawn. They're going to go for him. He drops down right away. Hunter finds a target, spits a little late. The spit spread is pretty favorable, though. And they'll almost even jab both sides on damage. Almost dead even so far. The only thing that didn't happen is it was not a quad boom. That's the only thing that's different, Elliot.
It was a 3 boom instead.
Yeah. Not bad for 2-2, though, both sides.
Yeah, definitely not bad. Again, I do think this is going to be a pretty infected-sided match. This is a fairly infected-sided campaign, and with the ping, it's going to make it even easier, or harder for the survivors, as they are going to send the hit in. That is some aggression from the infected, and honestly, I like it. Chargers landing fist after fist onto Caution. That's 3, that's 4.
You know what, Elliot? I think they got a little overzealous with the commons and the quad being up. They really almost got quadded there by pushing a little too hard and not clearing the common infected trickling from behind. They'll lose about another 13% bonus. So as far as damage, so far Ascendant has done more. But they need to really perform with their tank here, and it's going to be Fish with the first tank for Ascendant, and he's even bringing the extra car in. So we might have 3 hittables in play here.
Now, typically, as we saw Dina do, tanks only bring 1 of the 2 hittables, and they usually will leave the alarm car, as it is more useful alarmed. And looks like Fish is... Oh, okay, he is going to get it, or he's going to go for it. The reason they only bring 1 of the 2 is there's just simply not enough time to bring both hittables. We'll see if he's able to do it, but, you know, he's got to keep an eye on his rage.
Yeah, it looks like the grace period kicked in from backing up on zone mod. He had 2 of them kick in there, so he will get an extra 10 seconds. It comes out to actually 4.5 actually, Elliot, but we just round up to 10 seconds total. So And just like you said, it looks like that car alarm is not coming in, and he's in danger of not even being able to get this dumpster in play.
Yeah, this is the problem. The man who chases two rabbits often catches neither.
Oh,
And
this is really aggressive.
he's down to 40%. Oh, he's 20%. He's gonna go AI. This is an AI tank.
Yep, he's already lost it.
5.
Oh my
There-
gosh, Elliot.
There it is.
What did we just see? What did they do?
Oh, dearie me. I mean,
You never know. We saw some wild things with the AI tank. Let's see what he can do. He's in. He's down 5,000. They got to wait a couple more seconds for Fish if they want the quad. He's going to throw a rock to give him that delay. Oh, the AI's playing into it. They got the quad now. Let's see what they could do. He's down to 2,200. Oh, they get him a pole. Big time separation. Here come the cappers. Oh, there's a big skeet that comes out, and nothing is going to land. And this is going to be an easy tank as it's kited around now by DDA. And a huge misplay from Ascendant here from Fish, letting his tank go AI. And Elliot, you called it what happens when you go for the extra hittable, and he let it go AI.
that is exactly why you don't do that. So for the viewers at home, if you ever find yourself playing on Dead Before Dawn, don't go for both hittables on map 1. Aquilax, on the other hand, absolutely love how that tank fight played out. That was a no-hitter. iPad's in the back. He's going to get jockeyed. Oh, another ski from Dina. But quite a lot of damage onto Patel. Getting left behind a little bit by his team.
Yeah, and that does dip the bonus down below 70%, but unfortunately for Ascendant, Elliot, their tank is already dead. And usually 30% is usually the minimum, I would say, for a tank commit on high tier play like this. And especially with the high ping, I would expect it. But I must be honest, very impressive that Aquilax so far are skeeting Hunters twice in a row, possibly third on this hit coming in. Let's see if they can pull it off.
Hey, some guns here.
That looks like they want to send it before. Nope, they're not. They're going to wait. Well, they're not going to wait. I'm not quite sure what the Infected are doing. Charger's going to spawn in front. I don't know if I like this. Hunter's going to land. Charger just gets melted though. It's a little bit of damage onto DDA with the Spit Pounce, but not too much. And that means, I think that means there's going to be no Charger for inside now, MK.
Yeah, they're not going to have Charge Spit. They'll have Pounce Spit. They're going to have a 2-2 with it. So, I mean, ideally the perfect scenario would be get the Pounce Spit, Boomer Stumble, pop onto the Survivor. But it's difficult for the Infected to pull that off with high caliber teams like this. Usually they won't do that to their friends. Unless Discreet's in the game, as we just watched before we got this game live here, Elliot. It looks like they're ready to send it. I'm not talking about the team, I'm talking about their attack.
Oh, the wait and bait is coming out from Dina. They know exactly where the Spitter and Hunter are. A little bit of chip onto the Hunter. Jockey lands. Pounce lands. And that's a big spit spread, actually. Even hitting Caution in the back.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the amount of damage they're getting per hit, it's pretty good from Ascendant. I mean, but unfortunately for them with wiping out, they need to get a little bit more. And I think for Ascendant to kind of get a W with them wiping out here, Elliot, I think they got to deplete all of that 521 bonus.
I think they've definitely got to at least halve it. Get it down to, you know, 200 or less, and it's still very playable, but yeah, they've got to do a lot of work with these remaining hits. So they are going to send the next hit. Charger spawn in front. Hunter's going to land. Charger's going to land. And that's actually a really good charge into the spit that was on top of the Hunt, and that is more damage. Piling up. Patel, iPad, down to temp HP, and that was nearly 200 bonus, MK.
Yes, it was. And it was almost all damage bonus originally because iPad was just swimming in it. And that's a good example for those that aren't familiar with Zone Mod. But if you attack the damage bonus, it goes down twice as fast as health bonus on Zone Mod. And they did a great job on capitalizing on iPad with that hit. But Elliot,
coming in.
Oh my gosh, no hesitation, but without the spitter, you probably won't get much, and that's a good example. Probably just about 3% will come out of it, but it is a good sack order from Ascendant.
That's really the main thing, I think, with those non-spitter hits, is just sacking for another spit, basically. Would be good if there was another viable way to do damage in zone mod aside from with the spitter, but as it stands, that is the meta. Another hunter's flying in, is gonna land this time. And the jockey, Dina's not gonna get cleared, and he's nearly gonna go down. That's another 50 odd bonus.
Yeah, you talked about halving it, and they're 20 points away from doing that, as we asked for. But more importantly, they're just going to in-cap him. So that's another 5% off the DB just for doing that. So that should dip it below the number. Oh, almost. 10 points away.
This is nasty shit.
Aquilax are gonna hold on to these pills. Dina is one scratch.
I think this is where the infected would like that hunter to try to grab Nick out of there. Oh, the charger got stuck! And the spinner missed!
Dina is gonna make it, getting cleared from the smoker and cleared from the charger, dodging out from the spit. Can the hunter get the in-cap here?
Safe house up ahead.
He can! What? DDA's ball watching, I don't know what DDA was doing, looking at the clouds, completely misses the hunter running right past him. And, that is a little bit more damage coming out with Dina going down.
And they managed to do it 7 points by what you were calling. But still, that's a good lead for Aquilax, 644 to 193. But we still have a lot more game to go.
Yes, we absolutely do, especially if we do see a map 5. Maybe it's worth checking with the teams at some point if map 5 is going to be played. But either way, yeah, still a lot of points left to play for.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what the rules are for this cup or not. I know sometimes we were talking before this ready up that it's usually determined beforehand on some cups, and some cups it's determined by the losing team, and some cups just say it's mandatory you play on them. Then of course the teams just don't want to play it sometimes, so it'll come down to that. I don't know what exactly the rule was for this one to be 100% exact though, but I guess we'll just keep it in suspense when that time comes, Elliot, so everybody at home could just be excited for when it happens.
Exactly.
Ooh.
As soon as we know, you guys will know.
59% tank, Elliot, so they're going to have to take the event from the beginning, which isn't very long. I do believe they have to take the stair choke point too, which is big. I don't know how close that is, Elliot, to be honest. I don't quite remember.
It might be just late enough that they play it on the roof rather than in the warehouse. But either way, it is quite a difficult tank for survivors. Before we get there, we are going to have to take a few hits though. Dina caution, DDA, IPAT, AQX boys looking to continue to build their lead. Jockey, Boomer, Charger, Smoker is the hit. The hit does come in. Jockey and Charger land in the back. That is 1, 2 slams, I think.
Not only was it... That was big, Elliot. That is over 12% from the gate. Great job from Ascendant. Unfortunate for Aquilax. Like you said, IPAC got charged all the way back to the safe room. Unfortunate for him, but good rebound. Ascendant's morale seems to be burning high after a low map 1.
Yeah, I mean, that is a lot of damage, especially considering there was no spitter. 2 slams. You don't see that very often.
Dude, I hear one of them back humpers around.
Ascendant are going to send the next hit in. That hunter is floating. Quite an easy ski. Charger gets shot down. Jockey gets shot down. That was a real rainbow pounce from the hunter.
You got a little overzealous there, forgetting who they're playing against, gets skied out of the sky, but more so, the spitter died off at the end, so I believe Aquilax is going to hide inside this room. There is no reason to put themselves in danger, just stay in here for the next hit.
Yeah, absolutely the right call. Going inside this room without a spitter makes perfect sense. Very hard for the infected to do very much of anything. Charger gets shut down. DDA does get scratched, I think, once by the hunter. But that'll be all she wrote for that hit. Now the Survivor's going to push back outside. So one of the advantages, MK, as we were talking about the tank spawn, one of the advantages that Ascendant have in being behind is that they do get to play Survivor second. That means they are going to know exactly where this tank spawns and exactly where they can fight it. While I'm yapping, Dina gets jockeyed, Charger lands! DDA pushing forward to try and clear Dina, runs into a charge, gets charged back into Spit, and this damage is really adding up, MK. It's another scratch coming out as well.
Yeah, it's almost 30%. That is a lot. I was questioning them to hit right when they came in, but they're not going to be able to push this choke point. I mean, they could go in and open the door. I think he should. Oh, he doesn't. Nah, I think it might have been a misplay. They did have a jockey up. It might have been a little too aggressive. They back off, play it safe, as Innuendo has the second tank for their team. What do you think there, Elliot? Do you think they should have opened that door? They could have made it?
I don't think so. I think he possibly could have made it, but that is only because I know exactly where the tank spawns with my spectator view. Dina, of course, had no way of knowing, as this is more damage coming out. He's actually completely separated. Caution. He's gonna go down. He's taken his pills, but this is the tank committing onto Caution. He's going to get the full incap, and then he's going to decommit with about 4,000 health. Looks like he wants to come back in. Charger misses, crucially. Charger doesn't land, but Aquilax looking a bit sort of discombobulated here. It's the rock. Nice curve from Innuendo. Doesn't land, but nearly. Tank is going to go for the recommit. Ellis does get pounced. The tank is going to get a corner onto Coach. He's down to 1,500 health. Gets stumbled by his own boom. That's not very good. 500, 300. The jockey lands.
Oh!
Dina.
Elliot, that was so close to a wipe. They got so close. Unfortunate for Ascendant and very fortunate for Aquilax. They're going to be able to pick up the pieces, but their bonus will be left in shambles.
I thought that was a wipe. I was convinced that was a wipe. Dina getting that one final shot off, killing the tank, is able to clear the jockey and pick up his teammates. And AQX are alive. As you said, the bonus is in shambles, but this is a hard tank. So even surviving it at all is not a bad result. Aquilax already have a point lead. So not getting wiped there is crucial. If they can get max distance here, I think they're going to be reasonably happy.
Yeah, and more so, they actually get to hit it. They didn't open the door, and they get the hit. The Charger, Hunter, Spitter, all in this choke point is very, very beneficial for Ascendant. But they do have to land. Charger's on the
below.
bottom.
I don't know if Dina realizes. Oh, he gets the Hunter! I bet he did not realize the Charger was below. Does take even more damage. Smoker behind.
Hello?
Oh, it's Caution, yeah. And he's down again! Caution is just not having fun in this room.
He's black and white.
Oh, thanks for that.
That's
You betcha.
2 hits in a row. The Smoker and then the Jockey at the start of the tank. Just not getting cleared off Caution. Innuendo goes for the scratch onto DDA. Doesn't get it. The Boomer goes, doesn't get it. The Hunter goes and doesn't get it. That's my boy!
He's shutting everything down. Oh, not that one though.
Well, he did. He did technically clear it, and he's still not down.
You're right. You're right. It looks like it's just a distance game at this point here, Elliot, as they have a survivor 1 HP. Oh, they do have pills. They'll give it for Caution, so Caution's going to stay alive a little while longer. Spitter up ahead. Probably just going to delay as long as possible, maybe. No, just going to hit on the stairs.
And there is another set of pills in the medicine cabinet up ahead, MK.
Wow.
He still doesn't land. Oh, they finally in-cap DDA.
They'll be able to feed him drugs, though, too, because he said there's pills up ahead, so they'll keep him alive.
There are pills, yeah, in this medicine cabinet. iPad didn't check. Alright, Rochelle, Caution is going to get them, thank goodness.
Caution's a good friend.
DDA is going to pop his pills. He was fast, I think that was the right play. The slow guys just go for distance. Caution was fast, was able to grab the pills.
Charger in the back, Hunter from the front. Nothing finds a target except the jockey there. And it looks like they're going to get the full distance at this rate here, Elliot. I don't see don't see them not getting it at this point.
They're certainly going to get most of it, if not all. I think it is a 600-point map, so there's 150 points left.
Smoker pre-spawns in the back. 2 survivors in the oh, Hunter gets stuck. Not going to get it. Charger. Nothing. And even the death order is a little out of whack too, so they're not going to have the greatest set of spawns for the last hit.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what these hits are from Ascendant. The survivors are slow, are on high ping, and they just decided that they don't want to press their mouse 1 buttons. They're only going for scratches. And that means the survivors will make max distance.
And possibly, I don't think it's going to register, but iPad does have permanent HP. Possibility of 8 bonus could come out here. Let's see if it's going to work out. The Charger can stop it. Nope. No such luck. But alright, they make full distance, Elliot. Will they get the extra points? No, they will not. It is just 600 Delta. And now Ascendant can make some points up here, but they do have to survive this tank and make it in with some bonus, Elliot. Like we said, pretty difficult task to fight this tank due to the pings they have as well.
Yeah, it's a tricky tank even on green ping. It's going to be very hard on red. That not getting wiped there was so huge. It really could make all the difference.
The team's
we'll have to see if Ascendant can match their freak, can match Aquilax's freak, and not wipe to the tank.
And everybody seems to be asking me, which team am I cheering for? I'm going to root for the team that starts with the letter A. That's going to be the team I root for. I guarantee you that team that starts with the letter A is going to get the victory today, Elliot. I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure as well. I think that is a safe bet. If you could let me actually take back my commons, and I'll just bet it on a team that starts with the letter A, I'd love that.
As we wait for Sick, we'll get the second half of Chapter 2 along the way. Coming up on probably what is the halfway point of this tournament match, but there is a possibility of finale being played. It is only a 500 distance finale, though, Elliot. It is not worth a lot of points. That is one thing to keep in mind. So if you're down about 500 points going into the finale, it is almost impossible to come back from that.
Yeah, it is quite a hard finale as well. It's basic. It's one of these non-stop event. Commons are coming constantly, so you definitely don't want to be behind by much. In fact, you don't want to be behind at all, ideally, going into map 5, if you can avoid it.
Tank's going to be fought inside the warehouse. As Aquilax took the tank in there, they lost, I believe it was about 57% of their bonus and went down to like 15%. They did lose about 20-some% beforehand, mainly from the first attack, though, Elliot. That's where most of the damage came out from Ascendant.
Yeah, I think most of the damage had come out, before the tank even, in kind of classic Ascendant fashion, I think. As soon as the survivors were damaged, limping, and bruised after the tank, their infected went downhill.
And we have lost the Polish Phenom.
We have. I'm sure he'll be back. He can't stay away from me for too long.
Fair statement. I will do my best to follow this crow around wherever it goes, or raven, whatever this thing is. Oh!
That's some mighty fine camera work, MK.
Doing my best.
Wait, what happened to it?
You see him? He just bolted out. He was like, yo, I'm out. I'm going to follow him again and see if he does it. Something with this sign over here, this super reflex sign. See if it happens.
He went warp speed. He
I know.
entered warp speed.
Here he goes. See if he does it again right here. Oh, nope. He didn't. It was just that one time.
Forget the match. Let's just watch this crow.
I can't stay with him. He's juking me so well. Bet I can't spec him. Just spec the crow. Have him be the cameraman for the whole match. Alright, the Polish Phenom is back, so we got him back. Sick is still a little bit AFK.
I think our viewers are calling us out, MK, for bird watching.
Oh. Hey, it does kill the time. I understand now, you know?
I wonder if there's any paint that we can look at while it dries.
Pretty sure we can find it. Let's see. Oh, wait, also, I do forgot that this is the chapter that has the Skyrise moving truck in it. I don't know if you do remember that way back. I believe that was United Nations Cup 3.
Is that where they got wiped inside the truck because they incorrectly assumed there wasn't a spit?
Yes, that is correct, and that is officially been tailored the Skyrise box truck. I wish it was easy enough to put custom textures in, but it is not, because it would be something to be awesome just to have that on the side of the van.
Poor Kreitzer we'd never let him live it down.
No, no. I still remember doing that cast with Rails, and Rails was doing a good monologue of talking about something, and I whisper in his ear, Spitter, 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 Spitter's alive! Spitter's alive! And unfortunately for them, as we know, Elliot, if the Spitter is alive and you hide in a small room with one entrance in there and a full SI attack, it's not going to bode well for the survivors. It really won't.
And it didn't. No, I remember watching that match live, and I was shocked. My jaw was almost on the floor. Whoever made that call, unlucky, I think, is the polite way of putting it.
Yes, and if I do remember correctly, Elliot, that was before that door was open and you could hide in that side room. I believe that was a previous version of Zone Mod.
You might be right. We are finally live. No more bird watching.
Bad.
Sad indeed. We'll go back to bird watching next map. In between hits.
You got it.
Reloading.
Jockey, Charger, Smoker, Boomer.
Reloading.
Uh-oh.
It is going to come in. Where's the charge? Tina. Oh no. Did he miss the rocket? I just didn't see him land.
Yeah, he went to do the rocket and he hit his foot on top of the
He clipped
bridge.
the edge of the
Yeah,
highway.
he didn't clear the jump, unfortunately for him, so he was late to the party. I mean, they do still manage to get some good damage out of it, but they're not going to have really good spawns for the next hit. And Ascendant might just hold W and not really worry about it without a charger in play. Actually, I take it back. They do get a good sack order. I completely misread that, Elliot.
I thought there was no charges. The charge lands. It got stopped on the jockeyed guy. That is huge damage coming in. Innuendo charged into the spit and Sick jockeyed in the spit as well. The Hunter landed too, so that was a 3-cap MK.
Yeah, that was a rolling tri-cap. They came in for sure, and that's going to be 2 hits. On average, 10% per hit so far, and Aquilax would be very happy with that.
You only need to land 8 more hits like that, and you've knocked off all the bonus.
Who needs the tank?
Quick maths for those at home.
Do they know there's a spitter? Why are they in here?
They're doing it again! It's happening again! Fortunately, this room is much better than the truck, and the spit did not spread onto those boxes, so they actually got away with it.
Yeah, if that spit spread on there, they would have took probably another 15% from that, no lie there. A little bit of a misplay going inside with the spit, but it does work out for Ascendant.
Just about I think all 4 of the survivors were able to tuck away into one of the corners and just avoid spitter damage. It's another spit for Aquilax. These sack orders have been fantastic. I don't know how they've been doing it. Killing the spitter charger first every hit.
Reloading.
Yeah, the discipline from Aquilax is very impressive. Usually every match that I cast their sack order is probably one of the best, rivaling with some of the top teams.
They are a very cerebral team. Yeah, they are a very smart, experienced team. I think that's been true for a long time. Except for DDA.
All right, Charger misses the target. Hunter does find a target. Spit is unfavorable as far as the spread. It will spit block, but this survivor should be able to push forward. You know what? I believe that he could go all the way and open the door. Look at the spawn timers here, Elliot. The question is he going to do it? No, he's not. Oh, he can. Oh, can he make it? No, they don't. Oh, man.
Doesn't go for it.
I would have liked to see the play. I like to see the aggressive play, but we're nigh. DDA. Second tank for Aquilax. Boomer's in.
He's going
DDA is in. Oh, Smoker. Oh, gets the pull down. Fish is cornered. He is not being shot right now either, Elliot. This is really, really early in cap. Oh, what a long arm coming out there. Oh, there's so many common.
Stay in? Yeah? Alright, he is going to stay in.
Oh, he misses.
Doesn't get the long arm.
Oh.
The second one.
I think if these cappers don't land. Oh, he gets a pull down. The Charger. Oh, it's going to be a wipe. Oh, my goodness, Elliot. This is not good for Ascendant at all.
It is not. That is 2 wipes in 2 maps for Ascendant. And a nice, well-played tank by Aquilax. I love the commit from DDA there. The boom lands, even though it's only a 1 boom. Just having any common in that room at all is such a nightmare to deal with. And he just rolls it straight in. It's able to get a nice early down with the help of his smoker and secures the wipe.
Yeah, I just think Fish got a little too separated from his team and got cornered where his teammates couldn't shoot the tank. You know, I think being front up there was probably a little bit of a misplay when the boom landed. I believe the survivors probably should have backed up a little bit to make sure they're all within range of that boom survivor, because the boom survivor did not help shooting that tank when he had the corner onto Fish whatsoever. But
no, he did not. I mean, and he couldn't. He was completely boomed. He was locked up.
Nothing you could do. And DDA, it was Dina, correct? The tank. I did miss it. I believe it was Dina who played.
It was
the tank.
DDA.
It was DDA, and well, what a great commit path from him. It was perfect. And as far as for Ascendant, going into this chapter with seeing the tank at 67% probably isn't going to feel that great. So that means that's post-event. So they're going to have to take 3 hits during the event plus everything before that, just before they fight the tank. A lot of attacks, Elliot. A lot.
Ascendant don't send any of their spawns, which means that they're not going to have a smoker. Am I seeing this right? Hunter, Charger, Spitter, Jockey. No smoker.
Interesting.
Now, would they have needed to sack 2 spawns? This is where my game knowledge doesn't come in. If they'd sacked 1, I think the next one might have been a boom, so that's why they didn't go for it. They would have had to have sacked 2 to get a smoke. Problem is, they're not going to have a smoke, and that's like the most important spawn for delaying this button.
Yeah, they could block, as you can see, they have someone in the vent, so that won't do anything. They spit a little early. Oh no.
Stick it? No, it does get pounced.
But interesting, they send everything here, Elliot.
They send the Spit and the Hunter. They knew that the Charger's actually just going to stumble. That's interesting. And he's going to come and punch. Punch! But they get it. They shut it down. They shut down the jockey and they do get the button. Dina takes a fair bit of damage, down to 62, Caution down to 73, but frankly I think that's a pretty good take for the survivors. This is a brutal event. It certainly can be. The infected, or if they're able to cycle spawns consistently, you can get stuck here, and I've seen teams get wiped on this button.
Yeah, I do remember, I believe, was it RBT5? Was it RBT5 or the Quarantine Anniversary Cup when Sal Stars got wiped there? They lost everything, not able to even get the button off, with just phenomenal 1 infected at a time, and that's become a staple ever since, Elliot.
Yeah, I've been wiped there in scrims a couple of times, and it's, let me tell you, it is not fun. Playing Survivor against a good infected team on that event is brutal.
Oh, the jockey! Elliot, did you see it? I don't know if you noticed. There would have been a 2-cap in the back if the jockey just followed. The survivor wasn't even paying attention to the pull in the back. A little bit of a misplay. But also, it's really easy to call that from the casting chair as we're just watching from above.
Yeah, easy for us to say. I think it also would have been a 2-cap in the front. I think the jockey was kind of torn, didn't know which way he wanted to go. If he just committed one way or another,
Jesus, are you
would have
from
landed
here?
the 2-cap.
Look at you. That is so depressing.
Yeah, 2-cap in the back would have been a wipe with the one-way drop there. Charger.
Reloading.
It was just a little bit off, but he gets a couple of punches.
Yeah, and they just started the button and they've already lost 24% of their bonus, and now they'll have to take 3 SI attacks here, but it is a little difficult to get some damage here if the survivors kind of separate themselves properly and block spawns, Elliot. It's really difficult to get the jump on the survivors in this corner.
It is. It is. The best bet is to try and send a hit maybe on the reload when the survivors are distracted with common, as they do land 2. They land the jockey and the hunter. A little bit more damage coming out onto DDA.
Little rolling 2-cap comes out.
Okay, that better have been an accident.
It's almost down to 70% now, as Coach goes and grabs a reload. Looks like Pat forgot to grab some ammo and needed to refill back up there. EDA getting kind of low too. Down to about 30 shells left, but should be fine.
There's ammo in the room up ahead, or there's gun spawns in the room up ahead. Charger doesn't quite land the curve onto the side. And a skeet coming out from DDA, shutting down that hit.
I think just a little friendly fire was the only thing that came out of that.
Yeah, it's about 1100 bonus remaining for the survivors. I'd say reasonably good so far. This is a hard map. Like I keep saying, that event in particular is tricky, and they are on high ping. So I think they're going to be reasonably happy with their health going into the tank. Will they be happy with their health coming out of it?
Gotta reload.
Yeah, and it's I don't know, Elliot. Oh, wait. The attack's gonna go in. Smoker pulled to the alley-oop to the Charger. They get it. And the spit. Oh, they're all standing in it, too. They run through a little bit. They get just shy of about 80 points from that. And they will be able to spawn the tank. But now are they going to stay up top or go down the bottom to fight this tank? And it does also look like...
they're going to go down bottom.
Yeah, and it looks like everybody might pop their pills during this tank commit, maybe, Elliot. I don't know how you feel about that, but I don't think anybody wants to be 3 punches or less during a tank commit.
I do love not popping pills if I don't have to, but I definitely think we're going to have to see at least a couple. Dina's on 40, he will absolutely have to pop. Even one friendly fire would make him slow. DDA at 47 will probably have to pop as well.
Yeah, they're both 2 punches. Everybody else is 3. Ooh. Trying to think. I just had a feeling they'll pop 3. Caution pops way early. He doesn't even want it either. All right. The Polish Phenom going in. They get him an early pull. They clear it.
Nice clear.
Smoker not going to be really included right now. Smoker's chasing. Hunter does. Rock comes around. Rock lands. Gets a punch onto Ellis. There's another punch. That's damage bonus. He's down to 1900 HP. Survivors push forward. And this tank now is probably not going to get much more of anything, Elliot. This is a great move by Aquilax right now.
Do need to kill the tank before DDA dies, although there's no hunter, so they aren't going to pounce him. Well, they aren't going to be able to pounce him. Nice rock. This is starting to look a little bit scary now for Aquilax. They really can't pressure this tank at all. Boomer lands onto DDA. I think you need to push the tank now that he's down 1 spawn. Charger spawned up behind. Lands. Rock. Ooh, Godframe onto caution, and I think they've got to go. And they know it. Yep, they are going to push the T. Jockey lands. Ooh, it's going to be a lot of damage. Another couple of punches. They do kill him. But DDA's nearly dead.
Yeah. What you going on about? You gonna make it? Let's get you up. We got a hunter.
Oh, the spitter could kill him if he gets it. Oh, he might die here. Nope, they got it. He's safe.
He's fine. Nick is not fine.
They'll lose almost all their bonus, but they will survive the tank, Elliot.
Yep, this looks like it's going to be another distance moment for Aquilax. Can they make it to the safe room? I I really don't think they can with this health, but they can try and make it closer.
No pain, no gain.
Oh, they found pills though.
We about to gain
Yeah.
Is it hiding in the bush?
It was just, yeah, it was in the flower bed on the pot.
The pills are worth 1 in the bush, apparently.
Pills in the hand are worth 2 in the
I'll take
bush.
this one. I think I really heard something.
Charger, jockey. Okay, the charger doesn't help the jockey there. It's interesting. Charger goes through. Nothing really lands except the in cap. But look at Aquilax here, Elliot. Everybody is pretty much almost single-digit HP.
I'm reloading.
Yeah, this is limp as fast as your little legs will carry you, is the game plan here.
If they find all the pills? Oh, wait a minute. No, never mind. I think they still had that set.
Yeah, that's just the same set. Ellis does go down. And so does Coach, and so does Rochelle. A Hunter comes in. 2 more in caps.
2 black and white, too. 1 won't get to have pills, though, unfortunately for that person. Who's it going to be? It looks like iPad's going to be the one out. Or not iPad, Caution.
Caution is, as any true team captain would, taking one for the team, giving DDA the pills. Says he's jockeyed in the back. What happened? I didn't even see that. iPad got ridden. First time for everything. Shout out to Shivani.
Hey, if that's what he's into, that's what he's into, Elliot.
Reloading.
But it looks like
Good for him.
we were uncertain if they were going to make this crawl, and Elliot, they're almost there. They might actually do it.
They are basically 1 hit away, I'd say.
Oh, spit onto Ellis.
He's gonna get smoked. They need to clear him. Can they get the angle? Can Rochelle get the angle? She cannot. That is a dead DDA. That is a dead.
They actually would have wiped if the hunter pounced instead of scratching.
I feel like that's been true for quite a few of Ascendant's hits.
Let's see what it costs them. It looks like it'll cost them about 30 points. Boomer gets M2'd by everybody once right there. The jockey kills somebody and latches on. Charger will miss. Spit will block. But they will walk in with 2 survivors. iPat and Dina make safe room.
Indeed they do. 669 out of a maximum possible 700 points. Could have been a lot worse, but again, this does give Ascendant the opportunity to make up some, if not all, of that point difference.
Yeah, and as far as the prize for this tournament pool, I'm not actually 100% sure what the prize is. I know there's active donations on top of whatever it was, but I do not know what the prize is for this cup. Elliot, I don't know if you are aware of, but I did not see it when I read the rules.
I do not know either. I believe, according to Caution, that there is prize pool being distributed to the top 4 teams. So I think the winner of this match, if they win this, whatever team wins this match, if they win their following match, is guaranteed at least the top 4 finish, from my understanding.
Yeah, this is the quarterfinals winner bracket, I believe. This is quarterfinals. Next will be semis, and then will be the regular finals, not grand finals, but the finals of the winner bracket.
The upper bracket final, yeah.
Yeah. Here we go.
Now
What
what
is it?
AQX do with this hit?
They're gonna do the same. They just let it go.
Reload.
Interesting. So they're not gonna have a smoker either.
I thought they were gonna go jockey hunter right away. To be honest, I thought that's what they were gonna try. But I guess they just don't want the 2-2, Elliot. The risk of having the 2-2.
They clearly decide that no smoke is still better than a 2-2. They could well be right. It's Kreitzer immediate. Oh, the hunter. Jockey does land, but there's another spit. No, there isn't. Charger's gonna come in. Oh, just in time. But Kreitzer, there's no capping spawns now, so. Alright, Fish takes quite a bit of spit damage. I don't think they're going to be able to delay it again though. No spawns coming out. The Smoker doesn't get it in time.
All right.
That is another pretty clean take by Ascendant on that event. That skeet onto Caution's Hunter was huge. Showed his face for all of 2 seconds and got immediately shut down.
Yeah, a little separated right now. Hunter looks like he wants to pounce inside Zoe's or the real Zoe's store. Okay, they back off. Interesting. I just don't think the Charger was in rotation yet, so they just want to make sure they hit together and back off to the stage hit, which I think is a pretty good spot to throw this. Tight corners, definitely favorable for the SI. Oh, I forgot. This choke point, Elliot.
Gonna hit on the bottom, I think. Hunter's gonna come in. Hunter? Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh! You see how close that was to Innuendo getting insta-killed? I don't know if you saw it, Elliot. The Charger.
The Charger chest bump.
No, he missed. He fell. He missed the ladder. He fell all the way down. If he doesn't fall down and miss that opening, Innuendo is dead. No ifs, ands, or maybes. There's no way Innuendo survives that if the Charger makes the hole. Just unfortunate for Aquilax they weren't able to capitalize, but it leaves opportunity now for Ascendant. But spawns are going in. Smoker Jockey combination. Smoker's the only one to find a target. Boomer lands as well. They hold on to the spitter. And all right, Elliot, 83% going into this event. Ascendant looking pretty good right now. Free tank.
They're looking, yeah, very good, I'd say. Now again, the tank is the hard part, but so far so good. If they can keep up this performance, make it into the safe room with some bonus, we will have a match on our hands, MK.
We definitely will. Thank you for the raid, my friend, as well, for the small raid coming in. Charger, oh my goodness, finds a target. So does, and he gets a slam. Hello? This is huge damage coming out. What are we watching here, Elliot?
No sooner had we started complimenting Ascendant than they lose about 200 bonus worth in one hit.
Wow, they were doing so well up until that point. It's almost, they doubled in damage right there. Doubled down. Charger, sneaky, finding a way.
I didn't even see where that Charger spawned. So they're going to send another hit in. No damage, no spitter inside that room. They do get the sack order.
Now, what I would like to see here, Elliot, this is just me calling it. This is just my point of view. I would like to see them, I'd like your opinion too, to fight the tank up here and try to kite him around to avoid giving him a corner guaranteed on the bottom.
I think on this ping, playing it upstairs is probably better, yeah. I think downstairs, you know, there's no chance of getting rock tanked. But it's just too easy to get cornered on high ping downstairs. So I suspect Ascendant will play it up top.
It is risky though. It's not easy to do. You know what I mean? It is risky. But if you can shut everything down, the tank could get no hitter very easily if all SI get nothing. But Hunter, oh, beautiful job. Polish Phenom is popping off here, Elliot, right now. He's trying to do it for his team. Chips down that jockey. Oh, you got a little overzealous there.
And he eats the charge.
Yeah, you got a little overzealous.
And that is zone mod for you, ladies and gentlemen. Click on the Hunter, but then you get charged, and you lose all your health anyway. This tank is so close. Grites is going to take his pills. Oh!
That was almost a huge misplay from Ascendant. This boom! Oh my, he's going to commit right away here, Elliot. I don't see why not. Wouldn't you agree?
I mean, the only reason he wouldn't is if he wants to bleed them, but 2 boom is pretty good. And he's in. Oh, wins the mind game with Sick. Fakes one way, doubles back, DBD, on DBD. Hunter does get skeeted though. Mocha doesn't have a tongue, but Kreitzer is completely locked up by this combo. The Charger's walking it all the way in, doesn't land. This tank is... he's gonna die, actually. I didn't realize he got that low.
Yeah, but it costed too much bonus in my opinion. The boomer was so big on landing there and probably caused almost all of that, Elliot. And they'll pick up. But what bonus will they have left? Only about 223, and they're going to crawl just like... Oh, look at this.
Crutch is going for the pills. He is going to get them. And he immediately pops them.
How'd you do that?
And I know we're only at the second half of Chapter 3, but I gotta call it like it is. It looks like Aquilax is in cruise control to almost get the W for this tournament match, barring a catastrophe on Chapter 4.
I think you're probably right. Yeah, there's just simply not enough bonus here. Even if Ascendant make it into the safe room with this bonus right now, they're still going to be behind by several hundred points. We would have to see a map 5 coming out, I think, for Ascendant to have a reasonable chance of making the comeback. Charger does get the slap onto Sick and the incap.
And black and white. Which is probably more important right now for Aquilax, the fact that they can now pick on Sick. And if they don't protect Sick, Aquilax is going to pick it apart and definitely kill Alpha Ellis here.
I reckon if this keeps up, I'm gonna die.
Reloading.
Gonna have to do it soon. There's only one hit left, maybe 2. Oh, oh! The stumble into the spin onto Rochelle.
That lost so much bonus, Elliot. They needed all of that too. It looks like Ascendant will win the round. But right now, the war is being won by Aquilax for sure.
And it's not over yet. There's a lot of common coming in. Ascendant got to stop shooting these alarms. Charges, oh, doesn't quite land. Sick actually is going to survive. Gets cleared again. Alright, Ascendant do manage to just about limp it in, but they lose most of their bonus, 100 spit damage on standing survivors.
Wow.
And that is, what is that, a 700 point deficit for Ascendant heading into map 4. I think that is too much of a difference to make up in one map.
And this is not an easy chapter either, Elliot. This one is very close quarters, especially if there's an early tank. If there's like a 25% tank, I'd probably just say GG right now for Aquilax.
I think you're probably right.
There is almost impossible to not take damage from an early tank. And we're going to have 72%, which also isn't good for Ascendant, Elliot, because that means Aquilax is also going to get 72% of the distance before they fight tank.
Yeah, they're going to get at least 72%. They'll probably make safe room if the past maps have been any indication.
I'm trying to do a little bit of math in my head. They're going to be at least 2,400. So they're going to at least, if they wipe a tank, Ascendant will be down 1,200 points.
Kreitzer is asking the question we're all wondering. Finale is played by default. And MK, you're making the rules.
No, I know they do. They do play Finale. It does say. So.
All right.
This part I do know because this came into play on map week 1.
Gotcha. Slap,
Oh!
Slap!
Ooh!
Slap! DDA, where's your health?
Looks like all the survivors were trying to steal DDA's lunch money. And instead, they stole all of his health. Down to 65. That's a lot of damage onto one survivor, Elliot.
He doesn't have any money, that's the problem. So they just take his health instead. He plays Left 4 Dead, of course he doesn't have any money.
And quad. Quick little quad sack. I don't think they wanted a sack for a quad, but they hunt down that spitter. Survivors do not want that spitter alive, Elliot.
No, and I don't blame them.
Reloading.
No button being, or not shooting the ATM here. They're going to try to trigger it off. They get a pull over. Oh, that was a quad. Oh, the charger! Oh, that's not an end cap.
And the jockeys landed in the back as well.
I think if that ski doesn't happen, do they land that quad, Elliot? I don't know.
Possibly. The charger took the smoked target to charge him down. But if the hunter had landed, then the charger might not have and just gone for the quad. Either way, it would have been a lot of damage if the hunter didn't get skeeted.
Reloading.
But now we also know that even from the railing, it is not an end cap getting charged down to the bottom.
There's a hunter
It's very
out
interesting
there.
that it's not. Oh, this is going to get some good damage as long as they get the stumbles here. Beautiful
Oh, he
jump.
jumped it!
Yeah, he did.
Oh, but
but
he
he-
gets stumbled by the boom! Who popped the boom? Did he pop the boom or one of his teammates?
I believe it was one of his teammates trying to shoot the charger. It was an accident. But it gets him fisted a few times. I mean, it's something that he's into, I guess, but...
I don't think he is into it, MK. Didn't look like he was into it.
Yeah, a little unwilling, I guess. But he got it. Smoker misses. Jockey rockets in. Not able to find a target. Hunter not able to find a target.
This is so split.
Eventually.
The
Oh,
melee
he
ski.
gets melee skied.
Oh, iPad with the 200 ping melee ski. He was so split from the rest of his team as well, just swinging his guitar.
Alright, there's no spitter. But probably not a lot's going to come from... Oh, they do get a spitter now, so... Interesting stack order here, Elliot.
Interesting is one word for it. Terrible is another one. They do have a spitter, MK. You lied to me.
Interesting. I didn't actually fly my camera in there, but where did all that damage come from?
The
was like
spit,
10%.
MK. The spitter spat on iPad. And he got stuck on top of the boxes.
Ah,
and
that's
it spread up there.
unfortunate.
Reloading.
I didn't think they had a spitter. I completely miscalled that.
I took your word for it. I didn't even
Reloading.
check.
Sounds like a smoker.
Smoker pole. Not going to work out. Hunter is a little late. Spitter. It's a little damage onto caution. I mean, this is a lot of pre-damage tank, though. It is a
It is.
lot. But Aquilax really don't need it.
Damage tanked.
I don't think Aquilax really needs it, though. Oh my goodness. If this tank can get there before they drop...
He can. He's right there. Oh, that is a terrible tank spawn. That is such a stupid tank spawn.
This is going to be an end cap.
But this is good for Aquilax. Maybe. No, they might still wipe. But I think it is still good for Aquilax. Because they can just do the exact same thing to Ascendant. Double punch comes in.
Yeah, this is going to be a wipe for sure.
He's still got 1500 health and 2 spawns. iPad, even the melee ski god himself can't save this one. That is the wipe, but MK, as I was saying, that is such a horrible tank spawn. What a
Innuendo crashes. What a crash.
perfect timing.
You know what? I'm not even going to cut. I usually cut all the pauses out in the VOD, but I'm going to leave that one in there. I'm not even going to let it go. Cut that crash out. But alright, Elliot. Now we can do some point evaluation. They don't get the full distance. And I believe if Ascendant all waits and don't drop down and they drop at the same time, they might be able to push in that room to the left, but not have it cleared out with commons. So they're going to have to deal with tank and commons right away, no matter what.
I don't actually have any idea how you survive this tank. Even if they all drop at the same time, Aquilax are going to save spawns, they're going to spit block, they're going to have the tank instant commit. This looks like a guaranteed wipe for both teams to me, but maybe Ascendant can surprise me.
Yeah, and they need a lot of bonus too, Elliot. They just don't need to survive. They need bonus. Just getting the 700 distance will bring it within 450. But with the finale only being worth 500, Elliot, I don't think that's enough. I think you got to bring it within 250 to go finale, in my opinion. I think that's the minimum.
I think 400 is playable. A 400 difference is playable. Like you said, the finale doesn't have a huge amount of distance, but there is bonus. You can make the finale with some health. There is only one tank. It's a good start. Charger
Oh
doesn't
my
land.
gosh! Look at the friendly fire. Oh! That's a lot of friendly fire, Elliot. I don't know if you realize how much that was.
about 10 friendly fire. That's 10 coming in from the jockey. That's 10 coming in, like 8 coming in from the free spin. So the charger didn't land, but it added up.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, there's a fifth SI, and it is all the survivors shooting each other. But this is a good job on them pushing this issue really quickly, getting out in the open, and they did a great job on bouncing back. Boomer gets popped off. I like how Ascendant pushed out in the open there, only taking one attack on the inside.
Yeah, that was very good go from Ascendant, getting right out of there very fast. Fancy tramp. Shout out to all the fancy tramps in chat.
My favorite
That's the name of the store. I'm not just being offensive, yeah.
Where I get all my clothes.
Very fancy.
Yeah, that's a tramp. Alright, I like the spawns. I like the jockey coming from behind. Honestly, I would kind of like everything to come from the back right now, Elliot. It's so vulnerable right now. There's only one Uzi back there. And Charger lands.
Let's get out of the goo.
I mean, it's still a good charge spit. Ascendant's doing everything they can to negate the damage. But seems like Aquilax is just finding a way to still get dinks of damage in there. Almost 10%, coming up on about 60% of the way through the map.
They were able to skeet the hunter. Crush was able to skeet the hunter, so not too much damage coming out so far. 2 boom lands, and they've started the event. Crush gets pulled. The hunter does get cleared, and the spit is late. And that means the spit's going to die last as well. iPad gets run down and meleeed.
Okay, Elliot, it looks like Ascendant's going to get to this tank with about 80%, I would guess, depending if... Last time I said this, they lost everything. So let's see what happens in this room. They're not blocking the spawn. The charger. Oh my goodness, it's going to backfire!
That room yet.
That is a lot of damage without a spitter, Elliot. That is so much.
He's not happy. The, I don't know, can you see the team chat?
Yes,
Maybe you can't see it.
Yeah.
Innuendo's not happy.
That is just a free 8% of damage coming out, and Innuendo took most of it.
I mean, he's absolutely right. And you pointed it out. No one blocking that room is just a straight misplay.
I don't think they hit here. If they hit here, they could just take the choke point. Oh, they're going to go! This is interesting! Oh, it lands! But no spit. And alright, Elliot. So, they go into this event at 85%. They lose 12% to it. I mean, it's not terrible. But it was just a couple of misplays of damage there. And they could have all been negated, in my opinion, by just a little bit more tight survivor play.
Yeah, the mental damage was adding up as much as any any actual damage.
Oh, they got a boomer too. This, I don't know here, Elliot. It's going to be really, really difficult, and they're going to have a pause strat. They're going to talk this out.
Tactical pause. Man, this really is a tactical pause.
Oh man. So what do you think the play is here, Elliot? What would you, if you were the team right now, what would you say?
If I was Ascendant?
Yeah. What do you want to do here with the survivor play?
You've got to sprint into that left room, run through hell and back if you have to.
No
Gonna
way.
get jockeyed. Alright, well, GG. What was the play? Oh, they cleared him. They did get the clear, but he's still going to go down. I'm not sure what this is from Ascendant.
I see what they're doing. Yeah, they want to guarantee living, and they'll sacrifice the survivor to do it.
Does that guarantee living? They've got a 3k health tank and 3 spawns to deal with now.
Shoot the damn tank!
Yeah, they just want to... This is going to be a guaranteed death.
And
Oh,
the
and they're
rock.
eating stuff too?
Well, I'm not optimistic.
Not anymore. I think Aquilax has already solidified the W here. Because if they survive this, they're not going to survive with any bonus. In my opinion.
Very unlikely. I mean, the tank has 2,500 health, which is not very much. So maybe they can kill it, but they're gonna. There's a 3 cap as well. Oh, let's see. Smoker lands, doesn't get cleared. Tank's down to 700. Oh, Nick does get out actually. It's not gonna be a wipe, MK.
I'll take
iPad punched Nick up and over the boxes. They do kill the tank?
Nice. Okay. Let's
And
get
they
him
pop
out here.
pills. They continue. They got 220 points. Let's see if they make the full Elliot, I think they'll be under 400 delta if they make it with this.
I think they will be too, yeah. I think they just need the distance to get under 400. If they make it with the 200 bonus as well, it'll be 200.
And this looks like it. This is going to be... I don't think they'll get 2 hits. This is just going to be a stack. Oh, they're going to go here. Smoker's up. Smoker gets cleared.
Why?
Jockey's coming in.
What are they
Interesting.
doing?
Interesting here, Elliot. What do you think about this?
I mean, I think they just sacked for another boom. That's what I think. Which, I mean, maybe is okay if it lands, but I'd rather have a quad, I'm quite sure. And that's assuming they get a hit at all. Innuendo is in the safe room. Charge is gonna land, but gonna get cleared.
Hunter scratches. Jockey. Nope.
That's it. Ascendant actually killed that tank. I thought there was 0 chance.
Let's see. All right. That's less than 400. Was that 380?
Playable.
380. We're going finale.
Here we go.
What a wild call, though. What a wild call to Ascendant.
Do you think that? Yeah. Do you think that was intentional from Ascendant? The play was stratted to be let's send Kreitzer out to die, and then the rest of us will make it.
I
Do
mean,
you think that was their plan?
I mean, he did a good job on clearing a few things, but I think the call was to send him out there and then everybody stay inside the tunnel and fight the tank. Because the tank can't run inside the tunnel. They'll just back up and kill it. I think that was the call.
was the play. I think that was the call too.
But I think what should have happened, though, Elliot, is once he got cleared, only one survivor was all the way forward in the tunnel. If all 3 of them were forward in the tunnel, I believe they all could have got out there and killed that tank together. But the plan was to block the spawns in the back, so if everybody was up front and the infected were back there, they would have been caught. So it's really you're between a rock and a hard place trying to make a play like that. This is a really difficult tank, like you were saying.
I think that tank spawn should be blocked. To be clear, I don't think that should be allowed. But
Yeah.
credit to Ascendant, they made it with 3 survivors and bonus. Funnily enough, I would say the hardest tank spawn they've had all game is the one they make. Clean shutdown from AQX. I didn't even need to say anything. Charger missed. Hunter got skeeted. Jockey M2'd. Little bit of scratch damage coming out, but good start for AQX on this finale.
Yeah, good start, and they also don't have spawns to really worry about with the next hit.
Hey, I'm reloading.
Reloading.
I don't know what the for fun means, but
Reloading.
Reloading.
This is all for fun, MK. It's a video game.
this is true. This is true.
Reloading.
'Cause I'll tell you what, they don't. Oh, right, hold on. Smoker goes in. Pull in the back. Charger lands.
Charger
No
Doesn't
slam,
get a
though.
slam.
No. But he is right. It is a game everybody plays for fun, because I'll tell you one thing, Elliot. If you're playing Left 4 Dead to make a bunch of money from winning a tournament, you're playing the wrong game.
I agree, yeah. It's the last thing you want to be doing. Someone should probably remind Innuendo, in fact, that this is all for fun.
Reload.
Don't need to be crashing out.
Yeah, Innuendo, a little bit vocal, trying to make sure everything goes right for his team. But Spawn's coming in. Gonna be a tri-cap with the spitter. No hunters included. Smoker tries to alley-oop the
smoke.
Charger, but the Charger was not even on the same page. Spitter spit, I don't even know where, on top of a pipe. Pretty impressive he even landed there, to be honest with you, but Aquilax taking these attacks very well right now, Elliot. Only averaging 3% per hit right now coming out from Ascendant.
Yeah, so far so good for Aquilax. I have no idea where that charger was. Very late to the party. It was a good pull.
Now the difficult part of the map starts to come in. Infected get a little bit easier time to find their targets, but the Chargers are not landing on this finale, Elliot. They are 0 for 3 for charges.
And another skeet comes out from Dina.
Both teams known for being very quick clears, but when you play teams at high caliber, usually the ones that shut down the SI will get the W, and that's why Aquilax has the lead, Elliot. They're doing a good job right now in just shutting down cappers.
Certainly are. They're gonna. Looks like they're gonna save those pills. There's 2 sets of pills as the hit does come in. I'll make my point in a second as iPad does get pounced that time. But they don't ski that one. It takes quite a bit of damage. I was gonna say there's 2 sets of pills in that ammo room there, MK. Survivors didn't take either of them, which seems to imply to me that they are planning on running this tank back. And indeed, here they go.
And this is the final tank of the game for Ascendant, and it will be in the hands of the Polish Phenom. And he's bringing toys in. And I do believe that there's certain hittables that aren't in caps in here, if I remember correctly. Some of them are only 24 damage.
Yeah, you are right, and I couldn't for the life of you or me, tell you which hittables in cap and which only do 24. So we will find out, but it looks like Crutch is just going to go straight in without any hittables at all anyway. He is completely alone. Does the charge land? The charger doesn't land. Rock misses. He's going to get an in-cap onto DDA, but he needs help. Jockey lands, but the tank's decommitted. Miscommunication from Ascendant here. Does get an entry punch onto Caution, but misses. Misses the follow-up and the next one. And is he even going to land the rock? He's not. Kreitzer
My bad.
with an absolute stinker of a tank.
Yeah, unfortunately for Kreitzer, the support tried to help him out, and I think some things went premature, and they can't solidify the wipe. They will get about half of the bonus down with the tank, and it looks like Aquilax is poised to lock in the W here. All they got to do is make it to the rescue vehicle. I don't even think they need any bonus, in my opinion, Elliot, to get this W. Just making it there should be enough.
Yeah, I think max distance should be more than enough here for AQX.
Quad, though. They need to land this now.
Reload.
That is their one out, as if they can land a quad.
Reload.
And if they actually land quad, it'll only be 110 bonus. Oh, never mind. It's starting to go up now. A delta is going to go up with every step, and it's going up fast. And the spawns are now going to be a little bit more difficult, especially for the Charger. And they're going fast. Smoker in the back. Oh, they landed! Oh, it was so close!
And the Hunter lands as well. They do get the clear on the smoke, but that might be a death onto Dina.
No, it should be alright.
That's 2 in caps. I'm not sure, MK.
Oh, he's getting scratched down by the jockey? Oh, the jockey couldn't get it! Oh, the Kami killed him!
That is a dead Dina.
Alright, wait a minute, Elliot. This might not be over yet.
Not quite yet.
But every step that Aquilax takes is going to get more and more difficult for Ascendant, though, so...
Yeah, Dina did make most of the distance, and the remaining survivors will make pretty much all of it, so... You're right, I think Ascendant have bought themselves a chance, but it is a very slim one.
Oh, they got to get out quickly. This Infected are about to lose their spawns that are favorable. Oh, this Charger! Oh, the Charger!
Smoker lands. Hunter lands. Smoker gets cleared once again. Charger misses. This is a lot of damage coming out. Bonus is gone.
Yep. It's going to be just... They'll get all the distance, I believe, here, Elliot, it looks like. But just no points. Maybe 24 for the pills if they choose not to pop them. Unless DDA chooses to eat them.
Real bad. You can have this.
Son of a bee stink.
Probably hold them at this point.
Oh, no, he ate them.
Oh, oops. Alright. Fuck me, I guess.
Yeah. But all right, it looks like Aquilax will get full distance with 3. I mean, unless they get tri-capped here, they'll lose a couple of points, but I don't think they're going to lose much, Elliot. They almost got the full distance.
Yeah, I don't think there's really many points left to play for in this map. Hunter's pouncing around, having some fun, getting skeeted. Jockey does land. That'll be that. Aquilax make it into the escape. Well, most of them make it into the escape vehicle. Rest in peace, Dina.
And here is one of the most quiet outros in the game.
Oh.
That's the most noise it makes.
Off they go. Very serene.
They get 1 extra point.
2,834.
So, 500 will put them at 2484. They're going to need about half of the bonus to get the W, about 500 points.
352 from Liu, is that right?
352?
I think he's got the distance wrong. It's a 500 point map.
Yeah, so they'll have 2485. Yeah, 400, but they're going to 3 something actually.
It is 3.
Yeah. And this is not a good start for Ascendant, losing that right from the gate. And Aquilax has got to be happy with that opening hit onto Kryja.
Weapons here.
Land a scratch and the charge.
Reload.
So Elliot, from the beginning of this match, Aquilax looked very good and dominant, but leaves an opening for Ascendant to make a comeback, but they gotta play lights out to do so.
Reload.
Yeah, this would have to be a really quite phenomenal survivor round from Ascendant here. It is possible. It is doable. This map is not easy, especially on ping, but it's not the hardest. Finale. Good clear on the charge.
Reloading.
Good start.
It is gonna come down to the tank, as it always does.
Yeah, this is a tough tank to take no damage from. It's pretty much almost like at least 1 in cap and a couple of smacks in my opinion. And it also, the question is, does Dina know what hittables are in cap and which ones are not, Elliot? That's going to be the question.
I have no idea. I don't know what are in cap and what are not. Is Dina going to be able to even bring any?
Alright, they started it. It's now opening.
Reloading.
And it looks like the SI are just going to push forward and wait to hit up ahead.
Hey, ammo here.
Now they've started it.
Reloading.
Oh, it's a quad as well. I did not see that.
This is why Aquilax saved their hit.
Yeah, and this is...
Ascendant,
I
they
like
know
I
it's
like this,
coming.
Elliot, because look how easy the spawns are for them just to get right on top of the survivors.
Just drop them right in on their head. Ascendant taking it nice and slow, room by room.
They run out of rooms now, Elliot. They gotta take this little choke point here, and that's exactly what the Charger wants. He is waiting for the opportunity. Smokers lined up, jockeys up in the front. They should spring their trap now. Here it comes. Pull in the back. Charger lands. No, it's not going to be the quad, Elliot. Great clears, actually.
One slam came out from the charge, but yeah, I think everything else got shut down. Jockey got M2'd, Hunter got skeeted, Smoker got cleared very quick. Good take from Ascendant. Very good take, in fact.
And they will have the pills post-tank. So they do have that as well. I believe...
They're going to come back for this tank as well.
Spit? Nothing. It was a poo 2. Unfortunately, they're Elliot. Yeah, it's the most difficult way to get damage. Jockey, Smoker, Boomer, and the Spitter. Here it is, final tank of the tournament match into the hands of Dina. And he just needs to get, what do you think, Elliot? 2 in caps to solidify the victory for the team.
Yeah, 2 in caps definitely. I'd say probably even 1.5 would be enough. He's going in without any hittables, mind you. The survivors know he's there. Gets, oh, Kreitzer didn't take his pills, got punched into the ceiling and just goes immediately down. Rochelle gets pounced. She does shut down the jockey, but she's going to get pounced. Ellis is getting punched around. He does get his pills off, but he's going to get chased down. Charger misses. Oh, Dina missed. Dies. But I think that's still too much damage.
Yeah, Innuendo didn't get the memo to stay with the team there, and that will solidify the L for them. They might actually have enough bonus right now. They do have enough bonus, but they're not going to be able to hold this all, Elliot. I don't see any scenario where they are able to make it.
Yeah, somebody don't need it.
There's lots of pills on this map. I think there's something like 8 sets of pills, so they should always be able to have 4 pills in hand if they aren't wiped. But I still don't think it's enough.
I'm not lying, this hurts.
I think Leo's off by 100 there, Elliot. I think it's 389 is the number, not 489.
I think you're right. I mean, we didn't believe him last time, so
All right.
we will find out one way or another. We will find out.
They haven't hit in a while. They're really pushing the W. Okay, they're big time separated here though. Jockey finds a target. Charger will land, and that's already enough right there.
2 slams in cap. Kreitzer.
Pride just separated himself from the team there, Elliot. Big time too.
Yeah. Had a little bit of a moment on the tank as well. Didn't take his pills. Got an early punch.
Oh, no.
And that will definitely be enough. Bonus is down to 274. That is not enough points left for Ascendant. And that means that Aquilax will secure the win.
Yep, winner bracket. They'll stay safe. If you do,
Brutal pop. Oh
God.
God. Sorry to cut you off. That was about 100 spit damage just then. I think Ascendant know it's over. They just want to go home.
I can't disagree with them. They want to go home, and after this is over, I'm going to bed. I'll guarantee you that.
You and me both, King.
Oh, smoker pole. Look at this. Oh, they get the hang. Depth charge. Oh. This might be a wipe.
Nick is trying to shoot through the wall. It's not bangable, unfortunately.
And it is.
DDA. That is the wipe.
And that will be Aquilax getting the victory over Ascendant. 2,834 to 2,466. GG, Elliot. GG.
GG.